Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching EXPOZ. And today, news: SOROS owns the machines in more states than the federal government does. And they're the machines that are being used to vote. And already, and I won't give the name of the location at this point, but I'm going to say west of Alabama, has already found tens of thousands of voter fraud already. And then you have locations where people are actually going on the internet and voting. Ironically, so far, not one vote went to Trump. How ironic. Again, these are owned by George Soros. And something just found out. Guess who owned all the voter machines in Venezuela? George Soros. And that country, you see where it is right now today. They have no leader. It has crashed and burned, looting and murder so widespread that they can't get news out. And it's amazing that one man, Soros, did so much damage. Hopefully, here, they'll be turning that around. And but I will say this again, and I know it's the same drum beat that you've been hearing from me for a while. But if God does something, if it is indeed prophecy, then nothing will change it. George Soros, Bill Gates, and the Illuminati and their $100 trillion money pileup they have, all of that put together cannot change what God has put into motion. Because it is, as I said in this past blog, this is a spiritual problem. And you cannot solve spiritual problems with a political arena. You can't do it. And with God in charge, who can stand up and beat him? Really? Who can stand up and defy God? I don't know of anyone, but if they're itching to give money away just to be giving it away, hey, I'll give you my address if you send me some of it, and I'll even withhold my vote and I'll change it. But I'll stay with the same man that I'm going to vote for. I'll just sign with my nickname. Look, this is sickening what's going on. And again, I got the same message once again today from this same lady saying, Jody, I promise you something's going on with Hillary Clinton trying to give over to Michelle Obama a shot at her running for president. And I'm going to show you what this person sent me. This is the second time. I don't know if you can read that. I'm trying to get it out of the light. Well, there you go. That's what she sent me. And you see there Hillary Clinton handing over to Michelle Obama. And it's just freaking this lady out that's doing this. And I responded to the first one and I said, look, you know, I mean, a jackass or a dumbass, you know, is the vote for one of the two if Michelle's running. And I just soon vote for the jackass. He'll get more votes than the dumbass. Excuse my French. But another thing, Biden, he may have created more problems in his little speech, his little 32-second speech, than people think. Because Russia, they have, this is yet to be proven, but they have already sent out subs with nuclear warheads. And we know that they have them in the waters in the Bering Strait. We know that some are off the Washington state coast. We do know that. And we do know that there's some in the Gulf of Mexico that came through between Cuba and the United States. And that's one thing you just can't find them. If you got a sub 600, 700, 800 feet down in the water and he's running on silent, you can't find him. And the only thing that they can do is by this, assume they're looking in the right places, the Star Wars system that Ronald Reagan was responsible for. They can locate them with that, but they have to. It's like looking for a one brick out of a pile of 1,000 that has your initial on it. You got to go through them quick, and not quite that small. One brick out of 30,000 maybe. In any case, Biden now is under fire by what he said, a preemptive strike on Russia, because Russia, and my wildest dreams, I did not think they would take that man seriously. But it seems that they did. And I do not expect anything out of this. I really don't. Because Biden, look at him. Just look at him. Need I say more? And as far as Hillary Clinton being replaced by Michelle, wow. Need I say any more about that? Well, tonight's it, guys. We're going to have a debate here. And even at this late time, right now, 4:48 p.m., Birmingham, Alabama, I have a sneaky suspicion that Hillary may not show up. I hate to say that. And I don't know what kind of complications that would create. But I really, I have my doubts that she'll be there. And I don't know what it will do. Naturally, the debate can't go on one-sided. But what Trump is saying and what Hillary has been saying, and then you pull out the truth, it's one-sided already. Trump hadn't lied. Hillary has. So the debates have been one-sided. And then Hillary's running mate, I think he's queer to, excuse my French, one of these fairies too. And I hate to see that this Fox News guy came out of the closet the other day. And I can't think of his name. But what the hell is going on, guys? What the hell is going on in this country? I think the end result is, I want to remind you quickly about Sodom and Gomorrah. You had 4 judges over 5 cities. They were going city by city and judging, signing documents, either passing or telling yes or saying no. And the yes was, if you recall, Sodom and Gomorrah had the very same request, that they wanted to approve a more open gay society in that city. If you remember, Lot had 2 visitors which were angels. They even tried to rape these two angels, and he offered his daughters, which were 14-year-old virgins. They said, we don't want the girls, we want those guys. Naturally, the guys could have gone out and whipped everybody's butt out there. But that is just to show you how deviant these people are. When they reach a point, they want more and more and more, regardless how bad it is. So these judges voted on 4 of the cities, gave them the rights that the gays wanted. And that gave the gays rights to put a bed in the street. God's truth. Put a bed in the street and have gay sex and any sex in front of anybody walking down the streets. They didn't have to worry too much about the cars and the trucks. They may have the horses and the carriages, but not the cars and the trucks. They didn't have that traffic to worry about, so it wasn't like they were going to get run over. But they had a bed in the street, and it was even in the law that if a person came within an X number of feet of that bed by passing by, the gays had the right to take that person, pull him to that bed, and rape him. That was a law in Sodom and in Gomorrah. The next city, the very same thing took place. They got there, the judges signed it and approved it. Well, for some reason, rain, whatever the reason was, the next city was postponed to the next day. And I take that back. There's 5 cities, 4 judges. So they got to 4 of the cities, and the 5th was postponed just for a day. And the judges were not there to sign that order, putting it into law. And because they were not there, out of the 5 cities, 4 of them were rained on out of sky by fire, and they were burned to the ground and everybody in them. That's why it was so important for Lot to get his family out. And the 5th city did not burn because the judges never made that decision. They ran out of time and didn't make it there. So you can see how important, how quickly things can move. That quick. And if God just finally, I've had it. Let's forget the rest of the prophecy. From here on, it's all downhill anyway. So let's get on in and pull your people out, Jesus, and we're going to turn Satan loose and let's go ahead and end it. That could happen in a heartbeat. That can happen once this world reaches a point where from that point on, there's no salvation left and it's going downhill. Well, they'll go ahead and end it. And then Satan will take over and continue that downhill slide until it is over at the end of 7 years. Any case, sorry about the last blog. They wouldn't approve it. And they just wouldn't let me unlock it until today. And I got in a while ago, and first thing I turned it on and went straight to it, and I opened it up and I slipped through the cracks. Let's just hope this one goes through. Jody Wolf Expose.